This is a 1990 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab. Let's take a closer look. Well, we got a pike pass for Oklahoma toll roads. Some faded paint, rust. Headlights are a little faded. This is what a truck can look like after 32 years if it's actually used from time to time. And this one has been used. This vehicle has 225,000 miles on it. And I would say, even though this truck has EFI, electronic fuel injection, and a few other features, driving it feels very much like driving a classic truck. Check out this interior. I know there's a couple of things in the car, but it's basically an old-fashioned bench seat design, although the driver's seat can move up and down so you don't have to move the whole bench seat at once. And no headrests, even in 1990, no headrests. I know this truck has some stuff in it, but this is what you do if you need to get in the back. No quad cab, fourth door, no extended cab door. You just put the seat back and climb on in. This vehicle has had a bed liner added, but no center brake light. No center brake light just yet. This 1990 Chevy pickup definitely has its fair share of wear and tear, and it has had some mechanical repairs to get to this point. But it is still quite useful as a vehicle. And it still runs. And you'll find a lot of pickups from this generation are actually used in Oklahoma for various things, hauling. You'll see them as work trucks still, even as old as they are, because new pickups have gotten so expensive, and let's face it, with a truck that looks like this, who cares if you rough it up a little bit more? So what is an old truck like this good for with all the rust and everything? How about some occasional hauling? One mechanical problem I know this vehicle has, it currently will not go in four-wheel drive. But hey, for driving around on concrete and asphalt, you don't need four-wheel drive. Let's listen to how it runs. I would describe this engine compartment as not bad considering the pickup's age. Let's check this out. Got automatic locks in this vehicle. Also, automatic windows. And they still work. This is an aftermarket screw that's been screwed in to help keep the door handle, door rest, armrest in place. Doors both have this panel that's kind of fallen down, but not too bad. The driver's door is harder to shut than the passenger one. Yeah, no giant console for this one. Just an aftermarket cup holder. Kind of basic vents. That's the glove box. It's a little banged up. So this gives you an idea of how the gauges work. They're white on one side with an orange line to show where they're at. Until the temperature gauge is about, I guess, between 100 and 210. Oil pressure is just above 45, I guess. And that's how the gauges work in this car. The speedometer, obviously the car is not in motion, but when the car is in motion, the speedometer will work the same way. White on one side, black on the other, with an orange line at the speed. Oh, one little problem with the car. Pickup. You may have noticed the gear shift indicator doesn't really work like it used to. It's showing that it's in low gear and it's currently in park. So. And here is a photo of what the gauges look like at night. Check out how big the letters for Chevrolet are on the back. I measured them. They're 4 inches tall. There's a dollar bill next to them for some comparison. Now 4 inches, that means they're large enough to be no lifeguard on duty letters. I remember when I used to take care of a swimming pool, there was a regulation that the letters for the no lifeguard on duty signs had to be at least 4 inches tall. Check out all this faded paint. And rust. Four by four. Take a look at that hole in the back bumper where it's completely rusted through. And here's a look at it from the other side. Some additional examples of faded paint and rust. Look how much is missing on that down piece. The hood has a lot of rust spots as well. Look at that rust. If you take a look at this taillight, you can tell it's got a different pattern than the stock pattern, so it has been replaced apparently at some point. Yeah, here's the brake light on the other side. So despite some of the issues this truck has, think about this. If you had bought this truck brand new and you'd have been willing to fix and repair the mechanical issues that came up from time to time and still drive it and use it, you could have gotten 32 years and 225,000 miles worth of use out of this vehicle. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe. A comment on your experience with a 1990 Chevy Silverado.